Yo, what up? What up? What's up, everybody? John Sanders with Limitless. Thank you for watching. Hey, I've got an idea. I've been trying to figure out how to do these new clinics, and I call them new because we have a lower amount of time. All right, they used to be 4 hours, then they were 2 hours, now it's 1.5, and there's just no time to teach everything. And I think I just need to oh man, I need to do it logically. Okay. All right. So here's my plan. Check in if you're here in the comment section. I see you, Jacob. Here's my plan. I just want to talk it out. I might do this, may not. All right. I tried a different way to do the ending, to where there's just people in groups, I guess, and the groups can decide. I do that at the end so people can remember the stuff and to honor like a winner, of course. But if you guys are talking about it, you guys might remember more things. All right. But in terms of the entire thing being quicker, if I only had Kiernan and Teo, we could get through it all, right? The problem is the bad players, all right? And I can't say bad. I mean players that can't remember stuff, especially like the younger ones, right? So if I just like went and I pretended like you guys weren't making mistakes, oh, we could get through it all. But you guys make mistakes, and I'm like, I gotta fix it. I gotta fix it. And I tell the good players, shut up. I gotta help this kid. And sometimes I don't realize that that kid hates me for helping him. They're like, I just want to have fun. They want the full speed thing. Same as the good players. Everyone just wants it fast. So why am I dogging the good players who can handle it faster and annoying the bad players? Especially when the bad players are going to quit. Who cares about the bad players? I mean, I do, but I don't think I can. Because if I care about the bad players, it's going to be too boring and they're going to leave. If I don't care about the bad players, they're not going to know stuff and they're going to leave. But some of them might stay even if it's boring. And some of them might stay even if it's going too fast. So I don't know. I think that's a tie. But for the good players, or the players that can get stuff really fast, what about them? Well, if I make it too slow for them, what are they getting out of it? There's nothing. And there is no too fast for them. So since I'll call the inexperienced players a tie, only thing that I can really do for the good players is to go fast. So I think that's what I'm going to do, just logically speaking. And this is taking both types of players into account. And how about this? If you're an inexperienced player and you really want to have a chance to be great, only thing I can really do is to speed it up and for you to go home and catch up. That's the only chance that you have. If I slow it down, you just missed things anyways, and you're not getting it anyways. So I think that's what I need to do. I can't cater to the lowest common denominator with the clinics. I do want to do that with our outskirt workouts, just so we can make more money and get more kids and have 2 different levels. But then for our middle workouts in Denver, which I'll have, those will be the sped up ones. So we will have 2 different levels for that. But for these clinics, I think we should only do it fast, especially if we have an hour and a half. Maybe if we go back to 2 hours, that will allow for us to expand it. So yes, that's what I'm going to do. Thank you for letting me talk that out. All right, heads up for the workup for the clinics. If it doesn't work, I can always switch it up because we have so many different clinics. But I gotta make these more exciting. Gotta make them more fast-paced. I gotta get through all this stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna introduce the thing. I'm not even gonna talk about all the stuff. I'm gonna assume that you guys looked at them already. Then I'm going to talk about one, show a drill demo, do the drill. Bring you guys back in. Do the next drill. Bring you guys back in, do the next drill. Like that until we're done. And then I might pick the 4 best drills and we'll just do like a rotation on that if we have time. So that's the goal. All right, what up, Lincoln? All right, here's our quote of the day for the day. I don't know why I always do this. Seriously, why? Why is that being done? Quote of the day right here. There we go. Quote of the day is share the wealth. All right. Share the wealth, and you got to share the wealth. Share the wealth means like, if you're rich, you got to give back to the homeless and things like that. But in basketball, it's pass the ball around, dude. And there are a couple of selfish plays in basketball. You can do some selfish plays in basketball. You can't overdo it. There is a way to overdo this one. But I would say you can overpass. I can see that. All right. And you can like go for the assist even though you shouldn't be going for that particular assist. So that one easy. But this one's more borderline, and this is rebounding. All right. I'm wearing Bulls number 91 today. Of course, that's Dennis Rodman. I wore Dennis Rodman yesterday because it was about defense, but I wore his Detroit Pistons jersey yesterday. This one is the rebounding freak, Dennis Rodman. He was more of a defender back then and then he became more of a rebounder. He was always great at both, but he dominated at that particular one at that particular time. And you don't have to share rebounds. You ain't got to share them at all. Now, can you see a player, a teammate of yours going for a rebound and then you knock it out of his hands out of bounds? Yeah, that's too much. Okay, can you go over people's backs and get offensive fouls? Yes, that's too much. All right, but you can absolutely otherwise than that hot dog for rebounds. Get every single one. If you're thinking I don't want to get the rebounds, well, dude, if you can't score, this is the next best thing. All right, that's why when we go through our list of things, our list of stuff, our list of clinic tips. That's why the first one is to realize it. I think that's the first one. I'm not quite sure. Let's find out right now. All right. So on our site, quote of the day, share the wealth. All right. On our site under member events, clicking on the skill clinics. Scrolling down to the rebounding one, which is right here. Yep, the first one is realization. All right, the realization that offensive rebounds are worse than turnovers. And I have a whole thing that I say about this. I can say it right now if I want to, but the drill will be 3-on-3 to 15. No crash is a sprint. All right, if you don't crash the boards, your team has to sprint. All right, offensive rebounds is worth 5 points. Offensive rebounds are worse than turnovers. What I mean by that is this. Okay, if you come with me, come over here to the strategy page real quick. All right, now let's say that that you're right here. Okay, all right, and you got the defense guarding the ball. All right, and you have all these players right here, but let's just say one of the players, this guy right here, as the ball is shot, boom, and it comes off the rebound, and this guy gets the offensive rebound, look where he is. Look where he is when he got it. All right, that is as close as he could get to the basket possible, and you gave it up. All right, now that's a bad play, but you know that. You understand giving up offensive rebounds is a bad play, but is it the end of the world? Maybe. Because let's say that it wasn't a rebound that was got. And you got the rebound and everyone ran down to this end of the court. And you're down at this end of the court and everyone's down here, everyone's good, everyone's this, okay? So this whole play wouldn't have happened if that guy got the rebound. He didn't, okay? All right, but now you're down here and then this guy steals the ball. Boom! Steals it. That steal is a bad play. Is that play worse than the offensive rebound? I don't think so. Getting the ball stolen from you is not worse than giving up an offensive rebound because look how far away he is from the basket. Well, now let's say that you have the ball and you shoot it. You drive to the basket strong and you try to shoot it and this guy blocks the ball. Boom! He just blocked the ball. Maybe it went out of bounds. Is that play worse or better than an offensive rebound? It's better. Because you might even have the ball. He might block it back to you. Maybe they block it and get the ball back, but now they're way down here. All right? Okay, let's say that you do something worse. Worse than getting blocked. You decide to take the ball and just kick it out of bounds. Just kick it. And the referee's like, That's a T. All right, all right, all right. Well, everybody behind the line. Number 4 right here is going to shoot the technical shot. All right. You just kicked the ball out of bounds. He's shooting a T with 2 shots plus the ball. Is that better than an offensive rebound? On the offensive rebound, that's 2 points. He's right there. This one, maybe 2 points. Maybe if you stop them. He might miss both free throws. They might not score the next play. It's equal, basically, to kicking the ball out of bounds. And what would happen to you if you kicked the ball out of bounds? What should happen to you? What would you expect the coach to do if you just kick the ball out of bounds? Take you off the game, correct? So if you give up an offensive rebound, what should the coach do for you? Take you off the game. But the other end, what if you get the offensive rebounds? It's almost like you forcing the other team to kick the ball out of bounds. That would be pretty cool. So they're extremely important. Maybe the most important thing in all of basketball besides scoring the ball. All right, it's more important than assists, more important than like steals, more important than a block, more important than everything, offensive rebounds. And if you give up one, you suck. If you get one, you're a king. All right, so that's the first tip. And that's what you must understand. And now we're going to move on. All right, because the eyes, never take your eyes off the ball. Hands, use your hands to see and manipulate the defense. Contact, love it, initiate it. Position, get a good position as early as you can. Odds, run toward the area where the ball is most likely to go. Give and take. On defense, give them nothing. On offense, take whatever they give you. Even tipping the ball is good for the offense. Every time, your goal should be to get every rebound and to limit the other team to none. All right, tenacity. Try with every ounce of your heart for every second of the game. And then the last one is reaction. Explode toward the ball faster than everyone else. Those are all the things, but I just wanted to just get the realization one out right there, okay? Those are all the things that will help you become a great rebounder. If you can remember 2 of them, you're good. If you can remember 4 of them, you're great. If you can remember them all, then you're remarkable. Especially if you can apply them all to the games, to practice, to every wake of your life. Good luck to that. Let's move on to a poll question today. Poll question is, will Cooper Flagg become a Hall of Famer? We don't even know. We're on day 1. And I wanted to bring this up because it's such an absurd question. We don't know what about this guy. We don't know how good he is. We don't know how good he is against the pros, but he was scoring against the pros when they scrimmaged the USA basketball team. So we know he can do something. We know he's got hype. But will he work? How will he handle a lot more money? And I'm sure he got money during his college year. So I'm sure he's still working. But how will he handle achieving his dream of making the NBA? Or was that not his dream? Is his dream to make the Hall of Fame? We don't know that. He knows that. All right, and I asked this question because it's the same question that I could pose to you right now. Right now, this day. You made some team. You're on A team. You're on our team. Yeah. Now what? Will you become a Hall of Fame member for us? Well, we don't know how you're going to react. We don't know if you're going to listen to my words, if you're going to watch the show, if you're going to go out and shoot 500 shots. We don't know. No one knows. So right now, if you just got drafted into Limitless Hoops, what is your projection? Because you're probably thinking, I don't know, Cooper Flagg, blah, 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 and you have your opinion. Does your opinion matter? No, the only thing that matters is this guy going to do it? And is he? And then the only thing that matters for you is, are you going to do it? If Cooper Flagg comes in working his butt off, well, that's a different story. If you come in working your butt off, well, that's a different story. If you don't, well, that's another story. So which story will be yours? And you're deciding it right now. Don't wait until draft day to decide, oh, now I'm going to work. They're going to find out who I am. No, because you won't even get there. All right? Are you going to work right now is the story. All right, poll question. Do you think that Cooper Flagg will make the Hall of Fame? Or is that just so ridiculous because he doesn't even know? I think it's a decent question. I say, sure. He seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. All right, well, we'll find out, I guess, probably within the next 3 years or so. It took Steph Curry 3 years to get going. We'll give him 3 years. We'll give him 3 years. All right, let's check the trivia question today. Trivia questions behind that box, y'all. We got Jacob Tenenbaum, Jay Stoff, right there, head to head. All right, now I still might add a point for Jays Dolph because they got last Thursday, maybe correct. But we're going to ask it again. And maybe I'll give a way for you guys to answer that correctly. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think so. Okay. All right. So let's see what the trivia question is today. Jacob is leading or tying. We'll find out tomorrow. All right. I don't want to take it away from Jace because he'll be like, oh, then I'm not playing. I missed my point and blah, blah, blah. Because that's how little kids and little minds act. So I don't want to just snatch it from him because it doesn't really matter. But we think that it matters. And heck, you should be up against the wall anyways. Say, take it. I don't want it. I'll beat them anyways. I want that kind of attitude. But that attitude's tough, especially for young people. But we'll see. All right, we'll call it a tie for right now. But 3-2 is the public score. We'll see tomorrow. Or no, the day after tomorrow, Thursday. All right, let's see what we got here for today's trivia question. I believe this is a tough one. Good luck in answering it. Of all the retired Celtics jerseys, there are a lot. Which player played the least amount of games? Which player played the least amount of games? That's the question. Now, we're going to come back after these messages. I know this one will take you guys a while, if anyone gets it today. We'll find out. But ad break.
Warrior Challenge Arena, team challenges, personal challenges, competition games, stunt activities. We do birthday parties, bachelor parties, corporate team building events, field trips, youth group events, anything that brings a group together and you want to have some physical fun. Warrior Challenge Arena is the place for you.
All right, so remember I said which player played the least amount of games. You got to read closely. Which player played the least amount of games? But you only get one guess per day. Maybe you can answer again next week. This is a tough one. Only answer one time. One time. That's all that you get. And I'm gotta move on. All right, next thing we got is this. All right, I can't play this one because they are cussing way too much, but I'll just play our little music. But basically, there's a play that we're about to see right here with Dwayne Wade asking Rajon Rondo, did you want to like kick my butt over this play? Because he goes, I was called dirty after this play. And Rajon Rondo was like, yeah, some people told me they like gassed me up. All my friends gassed me up. So he says, look, right there, he tripped, and then he trips him, and he almost like broke his arm. But Dwayne Wade said he wasn't trying to do all of that. But Rajon Rondo says he was just trying to get up and keep playing until his friends talked him into being mad. He goes, yeah, my friends were like, yeah, why would he do that? Why would he? And then he's like, yeah, why would he do that? And Rajon Rondo is a very smart guy. And I just wanted to bring up the mentality of all this. All right, the mentality of letting your friends get to you. All right, letting your friends get to you, and you can't allow it to happen. All right, you can't let your friends talk you into like hating somebody. All right, because that's like a very, very silly thing. All right. I'm just looking up some stuff right here. Nah, that's not the answer. All right. Anyways, even counting Red Auerbach as your first answer, your second answer is not correct. So don't answer anymore. You can't keep guessing. All right. But yes, just checking. Yes, that is correct. All right. So yes, Rajon Rondo, as smart as he was, he got caught up in the whole like friends hyping him up against like some guy like over a play. That play looked pretty like neutral. It didn't look like he was trying to do anything. Make sure that you guys don't get caught up in that stuff too. You must take your mental psyche as you must take that as seriously as you do your physical. All right, you want to get stronger physically. You want to jump higher. You want to be faster, right? How about being smarter and less reactive and wiser and more like quick on the court in your mind, and being able to withstand like more and more pressure in your mind. All right, that's what you have to focus on. All right, so again, Rajon Rondo got caught up in the moment. All right, he's not like that, but like he was climbing on his back basically. All right, that does not look purposeful at all. But he says that he hated Dwayne Wade for a while because of it, just because his friends were just jazzing him up. Don't fall for that one, you guys. All right, let's check our, what is this? Some homework. All right, it's what you do in the dark that puts you in the light. All right, so what are you guys doing in the dark? We got Chacon. We got Jace with Zigzag D. Nice job. Retreat dribbles. Put the pro hop. Made shots. Good job. Josiah's elbows. I think that was it for the last 24 hours right there. All right. Now, I did correct on our homework page. Now we have the correct video stuff right there. So we got Josiah's. If I click here, we get to scroll down and see even more. All right, so this Taz Masseth one, when is this from? Does it say that? He always does it sideways. It's so weird. Who else posted? I might make you guys run today just for the heck of it. All right, but Taz posted stuff. 5 a.m. workout as well for Taz. And those were previous days, or that's just the same workout? Oh, no, it's the same thing. Okay, he did another 7-minute drop. I've been adding those as well. All right. I see the homework, people. All right, so again, I might just randomly make you guys do it just to keep you guys focused on the end on the end goal. So heads up to everyone watching right now. You guys get a heads up. All right. We're gonna have to have a run just to keep people honest about summer work, because right now should be the time that you're working more than any other time ever. Okay, if you ever take time off, it should be during the school year, I suppose. All right, but during the summer, this should be like mad crazy time, 1,000 shots a day. So if you're not like that, you are missing out. All right, let's check some behind the scenes action. And we got TJ McConnell. His sister is in the WNBA, and he wore his sister's jersey to the NBA Finals. That's pretty cool. I like that a lot. I mean, I assume that she rocks his jersey as well. I would hope. So this would be like the same thing, but since he has like higher clout because he's in the NBA, it's even more special because that's uplifting to your sibling. Would you guys rock your sister's jersey? I heard some kid, who was it? Well, I think it's Mello. He was offered shoes by his dad, and his dad was like, "Well, what shoes would you like?" And it was like, "Do you want the Currys? Do you want the Kobe's? Do you want this?" But then one of them was like, "Do you want the Sabrinas?" And that was like, that's a shoe by a girl or a woman. And like when I was growing up in the very, very toxic past, we would not have thought of that. I think this is awesome. I would even love it to go further down, okay? Because obviously the WNBA is lower than the NBA, right? Well, you guys are lower than the WNBA. I want to have some clothes with you guys on them. Some shoes that are yours if you're one of our top players. And I want people to be wearing those. That would be cool. I mean, imagine it got so big and bad that maybe like someone from CU wore your clothes or wore your shoes. Or maybe an NBA player from the Nuggets wore the Joey Matsess. Oh, are those the new Joeys? Oh my God. You got those early, didn't you? And of course, you guys will get a kickback, of course, because you'll be the sponsored person. So everyone that buys your shoes, maybe we'll give you some money since we can now do whatever we want to do in the world. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's check the story of the day. Did I do the story of the day already? I feel like I did. But there's no way I did. Was that yesterday? No. Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. Watch this. The minute you start talking about what you're going to do if you lose, you have lost. Boom. The minute you start talking about what you're going to do if you lose, you have lost. Yes, you should always have contingency plans, of course. You should be like, well, if I don't make the NBA, I want to be this, right? But that's different, all right? you can't dwell on the negative. You can't be thinking about the negative. You got to be thinking about the positive. And I know for me, I already have it planned out to when we get to 2,305 members. I think that's the number, something like that, 2,300 or something. Like I know our tryout schedule. I know what we're gonna do, and I'm planning for that by 2026. Now, once we get there and get close, okay, I can change the plans if I happen to. Now, I don't know, but I'm absolutely thinking that way because there's nothing else to do in my mind. The mind is what you make of it. The mind will tell you how hard to go. The mind will tell you what to do, but you must feed it good information so it can feed out good information. But if you're feeding it the bad and you're just like, dude, I suck. Oh my God, I'm tired. Oh my God, I'm not tall. Oh my God, the mind's gonna be like, okay, cool, we can't do it. Great. Let's go ahead and go by this plan. All right. The mind takes stuff so literal. It's gonna be like whatever you tell me, I'm gonna believe. So if you start saying we're the greatest, I can do this, the mind's gonna be like, well, then we need to get to work. Let's work some more. We got some more in us. Let's start pumping that adrenaline up. All right. The mind is gonna do whatever you tell it to do, but you got to tell it all the time. Basically, it's this. You guys sometimes are talking to your parents, and you guys will come home and cry. You just told them that you can't handle it. But you're like, I didn't say those words out loud, but you were crying. They saw that. So they're going to judge you by that. Or maybe they saw you look at this puppy in the window, but you didn't say that you wanted it, but you were like, oh my God. And then they're going to buy it for you for Christmas. All right? You didn't say anything, but they knew it, right? Well, they can kind of read your minds because they've known you for so long. Well, you know who can read your mind better? You. Your mind. Your mind can read your mind way good. So your mind's going to hear every freaking thing that you say. So what are you telling it? And you can't censor those thoughts because it hears all your thoughts. So you got to start thinking positively because your mind's going to be like, well, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to eat a whole bunch of hamburgers and get fat? Okay, great. Oh, because you were like, I'm tired. I hate getting up. You said it. Your mind heard you say it. All right, so you can't do that to yourself. Make sure you guys talk right. Make sure you guys think right. Then you'll be right. All right. Let's get to the last thing that we got. Now, I'm actually guilty of this. I am hella guilty of this. All right. There is gotta wait for it. All right. There's a prevailing sentiment about LeBron James, and how LeBron James. Let me type it in. LeBron James has no bag. LeBron James has no bag. And it was in, do we have images for this? There we go. Oh, man. That was his reaction right there. All right, let's see this. Open sesame. All right, so LeBron James does not have a bag. LeBron James says he has a luggage. He carries a luggage. He doesn't have a bag. He doesn't have all the moves. All right, this is one of my arguments for Jordan being the greatest because I say, well, he could do more. But then Kyrie Irving has to be just as great. Kobe has to be better than Michael Jordan if you want to count that. But if you count it all, I say it's Michael Jordan. But this is one of the strikes against LeBron is that, he's not doing all the fancy stuff. He's just big and fast. But with that said, he has gotten so much better. And as LeBron's talking about this, he's like, yeah, you say I have no bag, but the kids be dribbling too much, basically. And they like to do all this other stuff while I have 50 kajillion points or something like that. He said he had 50 billion points. And that's hilarious to me because he's right. Do you need to do something fancy or just score the bucket? All right. The best players like Michael Jordan, they weren't too fancy. Michael was fancy on the dunks. He was just fadeaways and swishes. 2-pointers, a lot. I mean, so you don't have to have a bag, but yes, he carries a luggage. And yeah, I do take off points because I'm a basketball player and I want to be skilled. And at the end of the day, not all of us can be like LeBron as big as he is and as fast as he is. So we have to get bagged. But if you're that big, you have to just be solid, I guess. But it wouldn't hurt if you guys were solid too. So you don't always need to be fancy, but definitely keep developing that bag of yours so you can do some more things. But that's a great response by the King. He's the King. Don't forget that today's quote of the day, as we try to compete for the Dennis Rodman end of the thing. is share the wealth. Let's make sure that you guys share that basketball, share the wealth in life, share the mindset of everyone can like have something positive in their lives too. So uplift everybody. Don't try to put anyone in life down. Uplift everybody, then they'll lift you up as well. So it's abundance. All right, it's the abundant mentality and abundance of wealth. We all can have wealth in this life. All right, that's everything. I'll talk to y'all soon, man. Peace, everybody.